Hey, it's Mark Ferguson with Invest for More, and this is a car wash that is currently for sale in my town. And as many of you know, I already own a laundromat, a very small car wash. Just signed up for a lease on another laundromat, and so this one's been for sale for a little bit. I asked for financials, and the agent recently contacted me and said, "Hey, they're really looking for an offer. Do you want to come see it?" So we went and checked out the car wash, saw what it was all about, and not sure about this one, but it was really interesting seeing all the stuff it has and how different it is from mine. Because as you will see shortly, mine is nothing like this one right here, and obviously you pay for the difference. So this is my laundromat right here in a very small town, and the car wash is in the back. This one is not quite the same caliber as that other one, and I was talking about the sign we're still hoping to put up here soon for the car wash, so people know there's a car wash at this property as well. We've been hoping to get approval for that for a long time. But here is the car wash for mine, which is just slightly different than that one we just looked at. I've got one inside bay and one outside bay. And this is a slightly older video. Our weeds are now mowed down now, thankfully, so it looks way better out there. But yeah, we've got an outside bay right there, and then we have an inside bay as well. And ironically, when I first bought this property, when I first viewed it like a year ago, I bought it just a couple of months ago, but I first saw it a year or so ago. There's just cars parked in the car wash a lot of the times. We didn't even think it worked, but it actually does work. So, but yeah, there's my whole building, and with two very small car washes in the back. And we'll kind of show you what it looks like on the inside as well. But car washes are complicated. They are very, very different, and a lot of people think they're just passive and easy. They are not. So this is what mine looks like. You need an air compressor to run the foam brush, a lot of the other items. You don't actually need water for a lot of that. And then you need water pumps. You can see the two blue ones right there. Those are the motors that run the pumps that use your high pressure rinse and high pressure soap, things like that. And so mine is fairly easy. We just have two bays, so we have two motors right there, and they actually looked exactly the same as the other one, which was good to see. But we definitely don't have as much stuff as the other car wash. They have way more options, and it was interesting to see what they have compared to us, and to decide if, hey, we need to add any things that they have. So this is what mine looks like. And again, I thought mine was pretty complicated as well, but compared to the other one, it's not. So I just have those two bays, and I'm glad I started with something small, that's for sure, because on the other one, they're saying, hey, yeah, it's easy, no problem, you just need to stop by every day for an hour or two. I'm like, that's a lot of time and effort to do that. They have someone who actually worked a lot of hours there just to maintain that 6-bay car wash as it was right now. So you see those are some of our other items there. And then, yeah, we have had issues with that manifold leaking, but hopefully we've got that taken care of now. Did have to switch out one of those motors. Luckily we had an extra one. And that's just for, a very simple 2-bay wash. With a much bigger one, you've got a lot of other things that can happen, go wrong, and very interesting to figure out all of that. So one of the things they have that I don't have is they have vending machines for towels and chamois and different stuff. So that was kind of interesting to see. And like I said, they also have way more stuff going on. They've got spot-free rinse, bug removers, salt removers, even though we don't really have salt in Colorado. Their vacuums were way, way fancier. We do have one vacuum, but they had lots of different options for the vacuum. And we definitely did not have all those. But again, it costs a whole lot of money to add those and make those better as well. So that's always the trade-off. Do you improve things? Hopefully it brings in enough money, or do you just leave it as it is? And they also brought in credit card readers. You can see they recently did that. So that's something we could do as well. And they kind of retrofitted them to the other current coin collectors they had. And this place has a septic to get cleaned out, which ours definitely does not, which was interesting as well. And they were talking about possibly adding an automatic wash bay here. They're like, that would be about $250,000 before you consider building codes and the actual structure. So car wash stuff can be very, very expensive. That assumes the city would let you do it. And they did let us peek inside. That's their spot-free rinse, which is basically reverse osmosis water, which I actually use for my fish tank too, but on a much larger scale. And then, more coin pushers, or not coin pushers, but coin collectors. They actually had to put rebar in the ceiling because people would cut in through the ceiling to try and break in. And then you can see the motors with the manifolds that are just like mine. So many different pipes and things going on. That I forgot. Was that hot water to help keep things going? All their backup soaps and dispensers and different things. And yeah, this one was a little bit intimidating with all the stuff they have going on. They also had heaters in the lines, another system to keep the lines going during winter. So and they said every day they have someone come by to make sure everything works right and test everything and clean up. So it's a pretty labor-intensive operation for just being kind of a standalone car wash. That was a little bit eye-opening. So they're asking $850,000 for this property, and I can't disclose the financials. I had to sign an NDA, so I can't tell you what it makes or what the cap rate is or anything like that. It wasn't a horrible deal, but it probably isn't a deal for me. And I actually looked at it with somebody else who wants a car wash, but I don't know if they were interested in it either. And that's just a very high price, but businesses, car washes, real estate in Colorado is very expensive. So I see other people seeing, who buy car washes or have car washes for sale like that for $100,000 or $200,000. I'm just like, oh man, that's crazy. Wouldn't that be nice? But things are a little bit different here. And I know another car wash is for sale that has 4 bays and isn't doing well at all, and they want $600,000 for that one. I also saw another car wash that's really nice and set up very well. I haven't looked at the financials or anything on that, but they want over $2 million for that one. So it can be very expensive, and it's a big capital outlay when there's a lot of questions about how much money it really makes. There can be tricky financials on car washes, how much maintenance there'll be, all of that. So yeah, here's my laundromat. So I think I'm going to stick to laundromats and this baby car wash I have for now. We'll see how that goes. I'm not going to jump into anything else too crazy at the moment. And we'll try and improve this. Hopefully we'll have some news and some improvements coming very soon to this laundromat. I know I've been talking about that forever, but eventually we'll get things, some improvements in there. I already have some improvements, some machines. I just need them installed. But it was interesting seeing that car wash and gaining some knowledge about my car wash. I actually got a contact for someone else who can maintain and help with car washes as well, because I really do need someone to kind of walk through mine and see if we have any glaring problems or issues that need addressed, or if they have any ideas on how to improve things, make things better. Like I said, we don't have spot-free rinse. We don't have, bug cleaner, degreaser, engine cleaner, things like that. Ours is very basic and simple. And we also don't have a card reader, which may or may not be worth it. I think they said they spent about $400 to install theirs, which wasn't for each bay, $400 per bay, which wasn't horrible. I've seen some other ones that were much more expensive. So those are some things to consider. It'd be a lot easier to do that for the car wash than obviously to retrofit a lot of washers and dryers with those. So that's my update, my interesting viewing of that property and just some insights from it. When deciding to buy something like that, there's so many things that go into it, like cap rate, the income it makes, if you're financing it or not, how much labor goes into it, right? If you've got to spend a lot of time working on it all the time, that's obviously a consideration. If you're going to hire someone, that labor costs. Cyclical markets, because the numbers go way down in winter, which I was wondering if they would go up or down in winter. But the car wash numbers were definitely lower in winter. I think fewer people wash their car because it just gets dirty again with the snow. It's colder, so it's not as much fun to wash your car when it's really cold out. And then who knows what if another car wash moves in, which isn't likely, but they have built a newer car wash kind of in that area that might have taken some business away. More people might want to do the automatic bays. Who knows? There's just so many things that go into a business like that. And for me, I want a smoking deal on everything I buy. So I don't like paying kind of market rates for anything, and that's what that property was. And for some people, that's great. For me, I would rather have a car wash that needs some work or some help, and we can make it better, or maybe not a car wash, but a different type of business. It's a little less complicated, and improve that and make it better, which I think we can do with the laundromat and car wash here. Because I paid $300,000 for this building, which came with an apartment, came with the shop and back, came with the laundromat, came with the equipment, which is not the most amazing equipment, but it came with it, and came with the real estate. So I think this is a little better deal, especially if we can get some new machines in there. And that's more my MO than buying at full retail and just having a return on my investment. I want to build equity, build value, and that's worked out pretty well for me so far. All right, we'll have many more updates on the laundromat, on the car wash, on the new laundromat too. And of course, we'll have updates on my commercial properties, flips, my dealings with the county, things like that as well. So I'd love to hear what you think, and be back soon.